Let's get this over with. Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and it's another Found in the Wild, but that's fine, it's alright. I got some good stuff this time to show you. Some of you might be jealous. A lot of you VHS collectors out there, even though I didn't get any VHSs, but I got some stuff that I used to have on VHS, but now I got it on Blu-ray so I can watch it in the highest quality possible. Because you know what this is. It's basically my Blu-ray haul. Every once in a while, there'll be something different. Also, if you've been in the Midwest at all lately, you'll know that there's these fucking cicadas. All right, and they were real cute at first. They had these little beady eyes, and like, you know, they made these little sound. But now if I see one, I'll fucking kill it. Like seriously, the other day, this is just an example. This is the guy I work with. He had about 20 of them on him here. This was when it first started, okay? I don't have any video footage, I don't think, of recently, but recently it's been real bad. The other day I was at a cemetery walking around with a weed eater, okay? And there's this radio station in Cincinnati talking about the cicada challenge where you go up to a little tree and shake it, and then they all swarm you. Fuck that. You want to do a real cicada challenge? Go walk around outside with a weed eater for 20 minutes and then fucking see how many of them you gotta pull out of your fucking pants. Yeah, I'm literally reaching down in my crotch to pull cicadas out. That's how bad it is here where I'm at. So I don't know if anybody else out there even knows what the fuck a cicada is. But yeah, I figure I'll get that out of the way before we get started. Also, before we get started, if you are a patron, we got a big surprise coming. Then for the rest of you, you're just gonna have to fucking wait until all the patrons, or I feel that all the patrons have had a chance to watch it first, because, you know, here they are donating money to me, and then I don't even hold up to my end of the bargain because I'm a piece of shit. Even though I already had a copy, I decided I needed this Steelbook copy of The Dark Knight, because mine's just Batman standing in front of the building with the Batman logo burnt into the building. This one, he's on the motorcycle. And then the back has Heath Ledger's Joker just chilling there, whereas the other one I have, it's a close-up picture of his face. But I figured for $5 at the good... Are you going to work? Are you going to fucking focus? Jesus Christ. Never mind. Don't worry about it. There's $5. I'm not just going to leave it there. I mean, shit, if things... If worse comes to worse, I can just scrap it for the steel weight or price of steel. Not to take focus away from the movie films, but I picked up Bloodborne. Quite possibly the hardest fucking video game to ever exist. Now, somebody let me borrow this way back when Joseph Lionel was nice enough to send me my PlayStation 4. And I sat there and I played it for hours. Only made it 5 minutes into the game. So then the other day, I picked this up, I brought it home, I'm sitting there playing it for like 2 hours. And only made it 5 minutes into the game. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here. It's like, why the fuck every time I die, I gotta start all the fucking back the way over at that fucking little bonfire. And then, you know, I'll get through, I'll kill everybody. And then there'll be one person I either forgot about or didn't know was gonna jump out from nowhere and just kill the shit out of me. And then I gotta start all the way back over, and all the enemies are right back where they were. There's gotta be some kind of strategy to get past the first fucking part of the goddamn game. Because I think it's fucking bullshit that here I am, can't even figure out how to pull out my fucking shotgun. But, you know, I'll figure it out. There's just something about this game that just makes me want to fucking beat the shit out of it. And here I am, hadn't even played the Dark Souls games. I got Dark Souls 3. I played that for a couple hours, got 5 minutes into it. I mean, is that what the game's all about? Just keep playing it for hours, but you only get 5 minutes into the game? Because that's what happened to me, man. And a lot of people might not know about this movie or remember this movie. This might be one of those movies you've probably never heard of, which I should fucking do another one of those videos because it's been a long time. That used to be, you know, fun to do on my channel. Remember when we used to have fun on this channel, everybody? I'd just put on a movie and then I'd sit there and tell you about it. And I wasn't worried about, you know, how good the video quality or the audio quality is. And now here I am just rambling on about fucking nonsense. But anyway, Echo. I don't remember what it's about. I just remember it had a very creepy atmosphere. And there's another movie called Boo that I sort of confused. It's like, don't worry about that. But this, you know, it's something. I don't remember. But this is one that I rented either when I worked at Blockbuster or when I was on the MVP pass. And I figured for $4, you know, I'll refresh my memory, like, you know, couple years from now, and if I ever remember that I had this movie. And let me know, any of you out there just buy movies and then you never end up fucking watching them, you just sit there and stare at them? I mean, I feel like I'm wasting money. I mean, because every time I buy a movie, it ends up being available on Prime the next day. It doesn't, I'm fucking cursed. But anyway, speaking of wasting money, I bought George A. Romero's Survival of the Dead on Blu-ray. Now, I have the DVD, but now I can get rid of the DVD because, you know, I'll never watch it. I might never watch this, but I just feel like because it's George Romero and I have all of his other fucking movies that I kind of need this one, even though the last time I watched this, which was the first time I watched it, the only time I watched it, I was fucking pissed off. I was like, George, what the fuck had happened to you? Are you fucking nuts? Because if Diary wasn't bad enough, this is like a direct sequel to Diary where they, you know, thank God got rid of the found footage aspect. Which I feel like the found footage aspect of Diary of the Dead could have been good had they like had more interesting characters and like kept out the whole I'm gonna add a narration to something that is being filmed at the beginning of the end of the world. And then now that the end of the fucking world has happened, I'm gonna put this narration on with my fancy editing equipment that I have, even though there's no goddamn power because the power grid went down because zombies are killing everybody. But there's just so much about Diary of the Dead just makes me want to punch somebody in the face. But, you know, it's George. You know, George is the fucking master. And maybe I'm just an asshole and I should just watch this again and make sure that it's fucking garbage before I go fucking... And then I don't know if a lot of you had seen the video where Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe had sent me... Well, he didn't really send it to me. I had bought Demolition Man on Sega Genesis... And he sent me a bootleg edition of Little Monsters, and I was like, this close to watching it, but then, you know, Jesse got it for like $10, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather have the Vestron release, because if you slip this cover off, it's got the same cover underneath, which I'm sure if you flip that cover around, it's going to have the original cover underneath it there, which that's the one thing about Vestron is usually they already have the original cover art to begin with. Like, for instance, the Return of the Living Dead 3 and The Gate, which I have sitting over there somewhere. I can just show you an example, but I don't fucking feel like it. But Little Monsters, I feel like I hadn't seen this since I was a little kid. And another one I need to get, like Vestron or somebody, come out with Drop Dead Fred on Blu-ray, or it's probably already on Blu-ray. Why don't I have that? You know, Drop Dead Fred. Because there's a scene in this that I always confuse with Drop Dead Fred, something about piss and some apple juice. It either happened in this movie or it happened in Drop Dead Fred. Hell, for all I know, it happened in both. The Little Monsters and the Survival of the Dead and everything else that you're about to see, except for one thing. Don't worry about it, all right? Point is, I was about to leave. There was something that I needed from Arcade Legacy, but I'm getting ready to go on vacation here soon, so I can't be spending $80 on something that, you know, is just going to sit there on a shelf. So I decided to, you know, gather up some DVDs that I've upgraded to Blu-ray, and then I got some other knickknacks and trinkets that I decided to take up there, and for some reason he decided to go ahead and give me $115 in trade, which I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, I got everything I wanted for free, basically. I took a bunch of stuff I didn't want and traded it for everything I wanted. And then he makes these posts on Tuesday about the fresh new items he picked up during the week. And then on Saturdays or Sundays when I go in, I get to fucking peek through the stuff before everybody else comes in. Okay? Are we following one another? Are you with me? And I made the mistake of looking at it early. because I was about to get out of there with possibly $20 extra in my pocket or $20 extra on my account for next time I come back to buy something. But sure enough, I had to go and look in the bin and see what goodies he got, and damn it if it wasn't Death Warrant starring Jean-Claude Van Damme from, I believe, Scream Factory. Where? Nope, it's just the old, regular old MGM version of the movie. It might not even have special features, but it was, more than I normally like to pay for a movie. But it's Jean-Claude Van Damme and it's Death Warrant, one of the most underrated action movies of the 80s. This movie's got like a 5.1 or something. It's like, what the fuck do you know about action? Whoever the hell you are, giving this a fucking low enough score to fucking generate an average score of 5.1. Fuck you, okay? And then, of course, I'm not going to pass up motherfucking Lionheart. This is, without a doubt, my favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. There's nothing even comes close except for maybe Bloodsport, Kickboxer, I don't know. But none of them are as good as this one. Like, I could literally watch this movie over and over and over and over again. And this movie's got like a 5.6. So I ask you, which one of you assholes is giving this movie a bad score on Internet Movie Database? Huh? Because I kick your ass. Speaking of kicking people's ass, I got banned on Facebook again. Can you believe it? Anyway, fucking Lionheart. King of the Jungle! Gareth Packham's going to be jealous as hell. I know that because I know he loved him some Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. This is where I learned how to fight. So, you want to fuck with me? I'll punch you in the nuts. All right, everybody. Now, this movie, I was completely unaware existed on Blu-ray, and I have been searching for this movie for what seems like 27 years. Because I remember it's like USA Up All Night or Joe Bob Briggs' Monster Vision, which I don't see why it could have been Monster Vision, now that I think about it. But I'm not sure what this was, because it's not necessarily a horror movie. It's some kind of sci-fi. But I got this on Amazon because the price was just too right. And that's The Guyver from Arrow Video. And it stars Mark Hamill, but I don't think he plays this like superhero. He's like part human, part alien, part superhero. It's like Power Rangers before Power Rangers with Power Rangers, even though I'm pretty sure the Power Rangers TV show is basically a Japanese show from the 1980s that they refurbished for an American audience in the 90s. I don't know. But this is The Guyver, and I don't remember hardly anything about it other than the suit that the Guyver wears is fucking badass, or at least it was when I was a kid. Who knows if this movie holds up? I'm pretty sure I remember Good Bad Flicks. If you're not familiar with Good Bad Flicks, I used to watch all of his shit. Now he talks about stuff I ain't never heard of. But, yeah, The Guyver. I'm pretty sure he did a video on The Guyver, so if you want to know more about this movie, you can go watch that. Or, wait a couple years, I'll pop this in, watch it, and I'll fucking do a review where I tell you my thoughts about it. Anyway, I've been rambling on long enough. I'm sure you people have already fast-forwarded to the end to see what the big ticket item was. So, here we are at the moment. This is the reason I had to take all that stuff, because the secretary wouldn't let me pay cash money for it, so I had to get rid of a bunch of stuff I didn't need. God damn, it's fucking heavy. I wish I could do the dun 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 dun, but I can't do it. I can't do it because it's not the right one. This is the Man of Steel. Look at that. Huh? He wanted $80 for this. You know what I gave him? A bunch of dusty old DVDs. And I might take him out of the box because the box ain't like in the most pristine condition. But if you just look at him, he's pissed. He's pissed. He knows y'all ain't been fucking doing right. You've been disrespecting America out there. I'm looking at you. La-di-da. Look. It's the fucking Man of Steel from NECA. But yeah, he wanted $80 for it. I couldn't believe it. But I might have to take him out of the box. I need to find somewhere to put it. I also need to get a Ben Affleck Batman to go with it, because that would be badass. Maybe one of them fancy Wonder Womens. And then, it'd be badass. I mean, look at it. Like, the detail. It's almost like a fucking hot toy. But I didn't have to spend $400. Hell, I didn't even have to spend $80. How you like that shit? I traded a bunch of shit that I've been buying over the years at Goodwill for either $1, $3, or $5, and I got $115 in store credit, bought me a goddamn Superman, Survival of the Dead, and Little Monsters. And then part of Lionheart, because that shit was like $25, and then Death Warrant was $20. You know, not that you needed to know any of that shit. Anyway, that should be good enough for you. If it wasn't, you know, I'm sure there's other channels out there that are fucking better than me, and fucking might be funnier than me, better look. I doubt there's anybody better looking, but anyway, that's beside the point. If you're not a fucking something motherfucker, shit. So if you've liked all this crap, you can clip these buttons and it'll make me feel better about myself because, you know, I'm having a really hard time with it right now. But if you're not a patron and you want to be a patron, guess what? There's a thing that you're going to get to see before anybody else. If you want to see it, I don't want to tell you what it is because it's a surprise. But if you are a patron, you probably already know what it is. So it's coming to a YouTube channel near you. So there's the patron link. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. Now,